We're going to go and teach you the Primal Way. That's also our newsletter name. We're going to show you the Primal Way to help recruit some more muscle fibers today. Find out the weakness in your positions, and we're going to choose upper body today. We're going to choose the push-up, the pull-up, and the press. And when we're talking about the Primal Way to help identify these movements is we're going to break each position down into 3 parts ultimately. We have the upper portion of the movement, we have the lower portion of the movement, and then we're going to have that full movement during that. So we're looking at short range muscle activation that we're going to create, recruit more of those muscles in the harder part of the position, and then carry it through to the full position to get that burnout or that workout, that pump, whatever you want to call it. We're just trying to create more muscle fibers to make the brain work and do all this cool stuff that we always talk about. So first thing we're going to do is push up. So if we're going into a push up, we're going to get into that plank position. And when we're in that plank position, as always, we do want that full rounding on the shoulders both ways, around this way and this way. We want those shoulders up over those hands, but we already talked enough about that stuff. What we're going to start off on is just working on the top position down to 90 degrees. So she's just going to go down to that 90, control it, hold there for 2 seconds, then pushing back up, and then coming back down, holding, and from here she can shift her body side to side, so closer to the camera, further away from the camera. See how the body is loaded and push up. Good. We're going to do in general a set of 3 to 5 with this depending on the hover, but your whole purpose there is to try and feel out whether one arm is doing a lot of the pushing, maybe the other arm, maybe the position of your hand is slightly different, and start feeling the muscles that are actually working on your body. We are trying to identify the ones that aren't working so well, so make sure that load is evenly presented on both sides. After we go into that top 90, we're going to look at the bottom 90. So we're going to actually go down to the 90 degree. We're starting and finishing there. We're going to go all the way down, chest hits the ground, back up to 90, hover or somewhat close, back down, back up, and same thing. It's just adjusting the body left and right to see where we are feeling that movement most happen. Good. Come up out of there. After we get done with that floor to 90 degrees, we're going to add in that full movement of that push-up. Remember, in that push-up, we want to push our body all the way up so we get the full rounding of the spine. We're creating that arch, almost like a rainbow in our body. We're not trying to look perfectly flat because we want to make sure that we're getting the protraction of the shoulder blade, not just coming up and keeping it at neutral position. Pushing all the way through, starts getting these, the boxer muscles, the wings, the serratus anterior that you guys see. That's what's going to help get some of those muscles on your side of your rib. So we're going to go into 3 full push-ups. So we're going to come all the way down, push up at the top, around the back, hold it for 2 seconds, and then we're going to go back into that. So once again, to recap, we're working on doing this relatively all unbroken is the best. If you need to break up each position, that's fine. We're going from the top to 90 for a couple reps, then we're going from 90 to the ground for a couple reps, and then we're going into that full range of motion for a couple reps. Start off with 3 to 5 reps per position. Start off with 3 sets, build up your sets over the time that we can do it. Once you can go 3 sets of 5 unbroken, go to 4 sets of 5, then we can start increasing the difficulty in multiple ways, whether we're adding weight, whether we're increasing the number of reps, increasing the time under tension that we're holding that position. All those things are going to make a big difference on those. So try out those push-ups. Next primal movement we're going to do is the press. Let's go press since we're already right here. We're going to show it with the dumbbells, just makes life a little bit easier, and I don't have to worry about getting hit in the face with a barbell. With the press, we're going to do that same exact thing. So we're going to bring it up to the shoulders first. And what I'm going to have her do is just work on pressing up into the 90 degree. When she's at 90, notice how this wrist is directly stacked over here. A lot of people we see are bringing it up like that. We don't want that. We want that stacked over so we can really get those shoulders kicking in for that movement. So we're going back down to the shoulders, back up to 90. And then also be aware of where these elbows are. Are they in? Are they out? See how that changes up. One more, Nadine. Good, and she's holding them up there. Good. From there, what we're going to do is we're going to start at the 90 and go all the way up like we did. Press all the way up. We should feel the elbows lock out. We should feel those shoulders lift up. Go back to 90. Press up. Raise the shoulders. Good. One more. And hold at that top position. Good. Now we're going to go full range. We're going to come all the way down, touch the shoulders, full lockout, up overhead. Feel those elbows kind of extend. We should be feeling the triceps fire up when we do that movement. So, good job, Nadine. Same thing with that. You're going to start off with 3 sets. I'd probably pick 5 reps this time, 5 to 10 reps, holding for those couple seconds in the position that's hard, adjusting in and out as needed, and see if there's a difference in the shoulders of what's going on. You are trying to feel that movement. You are trying to recruit more of those muscles. And as silly as it sounds, think about the muscle that you are using. If you think about the muscle, it'll help recruit more of that muscle. Final one we got for you is going to be the pull-up. So let's flip this thing around here. All right, we're going to go into the pull-up. And we're going to do the same thing that we just did with the push-up and the press onto the pull-up. This time I'm going to actually have Nadine go through the entire program, what it kind of looks like, the Primal pull-up. So she's going to just do 3 reps. 3 reps from 0 to 90, 3 reps from 90 to the chin over, and then 3 full pull-up reps in that process. She is going to hold for about 2 seconds, something around there for that during that time frame. But this is what you guys should be looking. Remember, the reason that we're doing this is we're finding the difficulty in that movement. So if you found it very easy or easier to go from 0 to 90, but you had a hard time going from 90 to the chin over, maybe you should spend some time working on that 90 to chin over to build that bar. If you're a person who can get up, but they have a hard time getting their chin over the bar, or you get up and you that little like kicky thing, this is a good time that you can work in that position. Also remember that, you know, everyone thinks that bands are the enemy and that we shouldn't use bands. We shouldn't use bands if you're using those bands to help you flail better. Use those bands in that sense if you could still be very, very strict in that movement. Because all of our movement, once again, is always core to extremity. So if we can use those bands, put the knee in rather than the foot so you don't get caught up in doing that one-legged hop thing and falling backwards. Use the knee in that if you have to. Maintain that time. And as always, the time that we're holding under tension is more important than getting that set reps. So never cut the time that you're expected to hold short. You can cut the reps down, just not the time that you want to hold in that position. So we're going to talk about this as Nadine goes through this. So she's going to go straight from a dead hang. She's going to pull up to 90 degrees, hold for 2 seconds, and come back down. Everything's tight right here. The feet are coming slightly in front, but they are together. They are long and in a great position on those 3. After she does the 3, she goes from 90, chin over, back down to 90, chin over, 90, chin over, and then we're going to go into those full pull-ups. Stay nice and calm, just breathing through this, all through the nose, which is great. And we've done this a bunch of times, so you did an awesome job, Nadine. Making it look easy. So try those out. You know, these are the things that can really help you get past those little hiccups. If you've been trying to do a pull-up for years and it's just not happening, these are the things that are going to help you out. Don't worry about winning that workout. Don't worry about those type of things during your workouts. If we do, we're not going to be able to get the progress that we're looking for. If we focus internally on ourselves, we focus internally on the movement and slowing that down, you're going to actually see that you are going to get better. Now, there's a time and place for all that stuff. If you are very, very efficient with pull-ups, Nadine is very efficient with pull-ups. You can knock out tons of pull-ups without an issue. Guess what? She can work through a lot of those faster movements. She can add in the kip. She can do the butterfly. She can do all the type of pull-ups because she has the basis of her movement dialed in. Just like you saw, she can hold and stop at any point of a movement. When we get to that point of holding at any position in the movement, that's when we start increasing the speed. Yeah. That's when we start upping the intensity. That's when you can start moving quickly through this stuff. And I think a lot of people skip over that stage. They go, hey, I can do the movement if I go really quickly, which, cool. Like, we all need that sometimes that like pat on the back, like, heck yeah, I did that. There's nothing wrong with that, but we need to start training on the other aspect. Nadine does fast pull-ups. She does slow tempo pull-ups. She does a combination of both because it is the best way to progress. But if you do not have that movement that you can stop at any position, whether it's the push-up. I could stop here, I could stop here, I could stop here. I could stop with my chest an inch off the ground and hold it there. If you can't do that, then add these primal movements in. Add in these primal push-ups, these primal pull-ups, primal presses, whatever you want to do. Focus on that. That's going to get you there. And then when you hit that workout and you want to go a little bit faster, or you're doing a max rep of something and you can move quickly through it, one, your body's going to really appreciate it more. You're going to get better results. You're going to look better. And ultimately, in the end, you're going to be a better, well-rounded, pain-free person. If you liked our stuff, subscribe. Click all the little buttons over there. And we always ask, feel free to throw a comment in there or something that you guys would like to see or like us have a talk about or anything like that. And we'll see you guys next week.